Hi guys, today is story of my husband, how he cheated on me with my sister, but toxic family sided with them. Years passed, they contacted me, begging for kidney to save my sister life. I refused to give my sister my kidney, and I don't regret it, not one bit. Yeah, I know how that sounds, but before you judge me, let me tell you the whole story. Because trust me, this wasn't just about a kidney. This was about betrayal, healing, and choosing myself for the first time in my entire life. My name is Rachel. I'm 31 years old. I live in Minnesota now, in a little house with my husband and 2 dogs. I love iced coffee, even in the middle of winter, rainy mornings, and quiet bookstores. On the surface, my life might seem peaceful, and it is, but it took years to get here. For most of my life, I was stuck in the shadow of my younger sister, Emily. So, growing up, I was never the favorite. That role belonged to my younger sister, Emily. She was the golden child, beautiful, confident, the kind of person who could mess up and still get praised for trying. Me? I was the quiet one, the responsible one, the one who always had to understand. And I did, for years. When I got married to Ethan, my college sweetheart, I honestly thought I was finally building something that was mine, something real. Ethan was charming, thoughtful, dependable. Or so I thought. Everything started to fall apart when Emily showed up at our doorstep one night with a suitcase and a sob story. Her boyfriend had dumped her, she'd lost her job, and of course my parents insisted I take her in. They were worried about her. No one asked how I felt, so I said yes. Like I always did. At first, it was fine, but then I noticed little things, the late-night conversations in the kitchen, the way Ethan looked at her, the way she'd laugh a little too hard at his jokes. I tried to ignore it. I didn't want to believe it, until I walked in on them, in my bed, my husband, my sister. I wish I could tell you I screamed, threw something, broke down, but I didn't. I just stood there, frozen. Everything around me shattered in an instant. I confronted them. Ethan admitted it. Emily didn't even pretend to be sorry. And when I told my parents, they took her side. "She's going through a hard time," my mom said. "You should forgive her," said my dad. I was done. I filed for divorce, packed my bags, and cut them all off. The whole toxic bunch. I moved to Minnesota, started therapy, rebuilt my life from the ground up, and honestly, it was the best decision I ever made. That's where I met Austin, my now husband. He's gentle, kind, and sees me for me. Not as someone's sister, not as someone's second choice, just me. For the first time, I was happy. Really, truly happy. Then came the wedding invitation. Emily and Ethan were getting married. I was invited. Yeah. Let that sink in. I threw it straight in the trash. Months later, I got a call. My mom's voice, urgent, emotional. Emily was sick, kidney failure. She needed a transplant. And apparently, I was her last hope. They wanted me, the sister they abandoned, to save her. I got tested. I won't lie, part of me wanted to prove to myself that I was still a good person, that I hadn't let the anger win. And guess what? I was a match. But something didn't feel right. So I went to the hospital. Emily was lying there, hooked up to machines, looking more fragile than I'd ever seen her. She looked at me and said, "So, are you gonna do it?" And in that moment, everything inside me became crystal clear. "No," I said. Her eyes widened. She thought I was bluffing. "I spent my entire life cleaning up your messes, watching you be adored while I was invisible. I forgave you for things you never even apologized for. But not this. This is mine, my body, my choice, and I choose me." Then I turned around and walked out. People called me cruel, selfish, heartless. But you know what? I finally stood up for myself. I finally chose my peace over their chaos. Today, I'm married to a man who loves me. We have 2 goofy dogs, a home filled with laughter, and a life that I never thought was possible. I didn't save my sister's life, but I saved mine, and I have no regrets. Sometimes, choosing yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. Forgiveness doesn't mean sacrificing your peace, and family isn't defined by blood, but by the people who value, respect, and support you. Healing begins when you stop pouring into others who never filled you back.